Hi everyone, welcome to another video of the Note Making Toolkit. In this video, we are going to see a fantastic technique called the recall sheet. Let's begin. Okay, now what is the technique? We divide the whole chapter into relevant micro questions from prelims and mains viewpoint. Yeah, so we take whatever knowledge or information that is available in the chapter and we break it down into micro questions as small as possible and make a question bank out of it. I'm going to demonstrate you now with the examples. Yeah, great. Now first, why should we do that thing? See, I have always said this in the class also, that a revision is a different thing, recall is a different thing. Revision is what? I give you your note to revise and you skim through it. Yeah, you glance through it. That's like revisiting it. But recall is what? What we used to do in childhood. Like, हाथ रखा है आंसर पर, क्वेश्चन देखा और ब्रेन को शूट करा क्वेश्चन, उसको फोर्स करा रिमेम्बर करने के लिए. इस एक्सरसाइज को रिकॉल कहते हैं. अभी एग्जाम में क्या होने वाला है? एग्जाम में तो रिकॉल होना है, राइट? It's not an open book exam. You will be forced to recall things out of more than 30 booklets, or less or more or whatever, in a high pressure environment. Yeah. So your recall has to be really strong. Then only you can, score well by having hold on that, a strong memory. Yeah. So you will see this technique is also not just a note making technique, it's a memory technique also. It's actually, so much linked. Memory and note making, both of these toolboxes are so tightly linked with each other. So when we make our notes like that, and when we recall, we are actually simulating the final exam. Very similar to Toppers tournament, the difference being there we play it in an audio mode. We have to make our lifestyle like that all our revisions are, happening in the form of a recall and not really just quick revisiting. Yeah. Okay. And recall is real, guys. Revision can give you an illusion sometimes that you know a lot, or it can actually help you to be in touch with your syllabus. But what is real actually is the question answer format. In revision, we do not revise it in a question answer format. We just glance quickly through it. But in recall, our mind operates like it shoots a question, inquires for an answer. And this question answer format of thinking is what, we need to actually develop for our examination. So that's how the examination is structured. The examination is not like, okay, it's not like a long answer thing anymore, where you can just keep on writing whatever you want. Yeah, you can. There is, where there used to be more space of just expression. Yeah, previously UPSC used to have long questions of 30 marks, 60 marks. Now it's not like that. It's very pointed answers that you need to recall. Yeah. Okay. Then, even more importantly, in the exam time, you will never ever have time to go back to a 100-page book. But a 10-page recall sheet gives you that confidence. See, understand this thing. Monday morning GS1, Monday morning essay. Tuesday morning GS1, afternoon GS2. Wednesday morning GS3, afternoon GS4. Imagine let's imagine Tuesday. You have given 2 exams, 3 hours each. You come back home by 6:30. You need some rest. You start at 7:30. You have to sleep on time. You have 4 hours to do how many subjects? GS3 has 7 subjects. GS4 has 1 subject, but it's having the value of 7 subjects. Yeah. So 8 subjects you have to do in 4 hours. How much time you have for one subject? Half an hour. In half an hour, you need to revise almost 60 to 70 issues that you have prepared for one subject. It's impossible. What is possible? A recall sheet is possible. When you have trained your mind to actually, recall things very quickly, slowly what will start happening is that you just look at the question, the answer will start appearing to you in front of your eyes when your recall becomes strong. This is very, very powerful. I tell you, can't stress this enough. Recall is real. Recall is real. Yeah. Now, how to do it? In the first read, when you start reading some chapter, like suppose Monday you start reading a chapter, you just plainly read it. Yeah. And you mark the questions. This is the what, this is the why, this is the how, this is the when, whatever. Now, in the second read of the chapter, you actually make that recall sheet. It can be either on the same day or on the next day, either on Monday or on Tuesday. Now, when Sunday comes, when it's the time for your weekly revision, you do it in the form of recall. You can't start the recall process in the beginning or even in the next day. You start the recall process when your recall sheet has been made, and do it ideally on your weekly revision or your monthly revision. Okay. Next, so the home game will be that you convert any one chapter of your favorite subject into a recall sheet and share it on the IAS Warriors group. And now I'm going to share with you the types of recall sheets that I have uploaded in this folder called the resources folder. Yeah. Okay. So now let's see. First, let's see this type of recall sheet, which is the question bank only. What is this? You just write the questions and you write the number of points you need to recall related to that question. Yeah. For example, discovery of Hampi. Who did it? When did it happen? Yeah, etc. etc. Raikas, who were the founders? Who were the competitors? Karnataka Samrajya, etc. So you write the number of points that you need to recall in front of every question. This is the first type of recall sheet. Okay. Now let's look at another variant. Another variant is when you write the question and the answer together. Yeah. Now, for example, now this sheet has a pros and cons both. Cons is that it becomes a little lengthier. Okay. Pros is that you need not refer to your book in case you are not able to recall any answer. Okay. Now you can use different types of recall sheets for different subjects, depending on your requirement, depending on your comfort level with the subject, depending on its weightage in the exam. That can vary chapter by chapter. Yeah. Maybe for more important things, you can make this type of recall sheet where you have the answer next to you, next to the question. So you keep a white sheet in front of the answers, and in front of the question, like you just look at the question and you try to recall that what's written in front, on the answer side, and you keep on sliding the answers slowly downwards. Yeah, as and when you keep on recalling. It's very powerful and very comforting, I tell you. Also, it makes your life a game. It just makes your life. See, I've always said this, that for a UPSC aspirant, his notes are his life, isn't it? You're just surrounded by your notes all the time. You have to look at them 30 times. You will end up looking at them 30 times throughout your 1.5 year journey, I tell you. So much revision is going to go into it. So the more beautiful your notes are, the more scientific your notes are, so is going to be your journey and your preparation, right? Your smartness is going to reflect in your notes. So, and if your notes are designed like a game, your life is going to become like a game, and that is going to give you so much of energy. Yeah. There is even a reason why I named the startup as the game of toppers, because gamification of education is very, very important. Okay. So this is the second type of sheet where you have questions and answers next to you. Okay. and you can have a look at it. All right, next is the recall sheets, where you have a question and an answer and a memory hack. Now, this is also very powerful. What is it? You first write the question and then the number of points you need to recall in front of it. Then you write the memory technique you have used to wrap that answer. Yeah, this is more useful for mains. For example, what have you used? You have used a flowchart or some vision or a map or a diagram or doodles. All of these things we are going to discuss in the memory mastery note, toolkit. So you write the technique in front of what you have, how you have wrapped that answer in your memory. This also gives a very clear picture to your memory, which technique you have to use to recall a particular thing. So again, very powerful. This is more recommended for mains. Another way of doing it is that you tear a particular part of the chapter and you club it with the recall sheet. See, this is the chapter that I had to do from the geography book, landforms में minerals and rocks. Okay, so what did I do? That I scrapped the 2 pages of the book and I clubbed the recall sheet next to the chapter. Now, what is the advantage of this type of recall sheet? That you need not write answers at the recall sheet. And if you have any issue in recalling, you can quickly go back to the chapter which is clubbed along with it and look at the answer, right? Again, it's a variant. It depends on what type of sheet you want to make. I suggest try each and every type of sheet, and slowly you will understand what's suiting you. It cannot be a one size fits all formula. You try all the 4 types that I am suggesting and you see which one are you finding the most comfort with. Yeah, you're finding to be comfortable with only questions or questions and answers. Slowly, it's like a process of evolution, and when your memory techniques get sorted, you can slowly arrive at the question answers and memory hacks, or questions and memory hacks only, stuff like that. Okay, so that's it about the recall sheet, and take care, do it and share it with me and on the group. Okay, take care.